Here we are. We're here. How are you doing? How you
Are you
do?
good?
Are you good? Let us
Are you
know.
watching?
I hope so. I mean, if you're here, especially, because it'd be weird if you were trying to
hate
look
to say
away
I
from
told
this
you so.
screen.
Compelled, unable to stop from clicking on the notifications. but
Yeah.
at the same
No.
Like,
time,
no,
I
I
don't want to see
cannot
this.
look.
Get out of here.
It'd be very strange,
What are
but
you doing?
I wouldn't be
Kurt and I,
completely surprised.
Kurt and I found out that one of my friends watches but doesn't listen to it. So
It's true.
maybe some people are listening but not watching.
Ah. So wait, she listens
Yeah,
but doesn't watch?
correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
she-
wait.
Unheard
No,
of.
no, no.
Oh, she
Watches
watched
but doesn't
this.
listen.
Wait,
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to us.
I guess it
Yeah.
literally is unheard.
Oh.
Now that I think about it.
Wow.
Yes.
How was that
Streamers
experience?
are better
Is it good?
seen, not heard.
This is true.
Sure. That's how it works.
I have to imagine it's vastly improved because you can't hear us.
Speaking of us, who the heck are we?
Yes,
Kurt.
good question. Good segue. Hello,
Likewise.
I am Amanda. This is my stream, and I am a variety streamer and a YouTuber and a cosplayer, and I'm also very tired. But you know what's great?
What?
I have this Grogu teacup that Michael got for me, so thank you, Michael,
Thanks, Michael.
wherever you are.
Thanks, Michael.
Also, hi Chris and hi Kurt.
Yeah.
Hi, Kurt.
Hi Kurt.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Kurt.
everyone.
Welcome to the chat.
I guess, speaking of which, hi everyone. My name's Kurt. I love RPGs. I make RPGs. I just came back from a whole weekend of RPGs. My partner said, "You're streaming tonight?" And I said, "Yeah." Reader, I've spent the whole weekend playing RPGs, but it's Monday and the train keeps rolling.
The train keeps rolling.
The streams have got to be streamed. The
we
internet
must-
needs niche indie RPG content.
It needs
they
it.
need it.
They need it.
Need it.
Key word. Woke Dragon over on the YouTubes is saying he, him. Woke Dragon, are you sharing your pronouns with us? If so, thank you. Also,
Smash
welcome
them in chat.
Smash them in chat. There was actually an extension that you could get to for like Twitch where people can actually go in and add their pronouns. I tried to set it
That's
up,
cute.
but I don't think I did it properly. I tried to set it up for myself, but then it's only if you're in like the chats that link up to it. I need to figure out how to do that though. I think that's such a cool thing. Anyways, Santa
My
Maria.
name is Anthony, and I'm a friend of these two nerds. I love playing games of all sorts, and I have played RPGs with Kurt 4 of the last 5 days, and Amanda 2 of the last 5 days. And let me tell you, that's a pretty good place to be right now. Very high satisfaction with life over here.
I concur to this. I'm so glad that we're here and playing again. Our last game was such a blast. It was really fun. And I'm excited for this one because it's got little dragons, it looks like. And I think
Just
that's so
just
cute.
little ones.
Just little dragons. Also, Woke Dragon says yes. Those are his pronouns. Said
Nice.
felt left out. Well,
Felt left out.
feel left out no longer, my friend. Your
If you
pronouns
wanna
are
be correctly
acknowledged.
gendered. Drop them pronouns in the chat.
Yeah.
Hi,
if you-
Daniel. Hi, Matt. And
Yeah.
hi, Rapala, as always.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Would you like to hear some words about a game, folks?
I would love to hear some words. About
Let's
the
do it.
Please.
You have some words about a game for us?
I've got some words about a game for us.
Heck yeah.
Precious Things is an adorable little tabletop role-playing game about tiny dragons and their tiny hoarded objects. You may come from the lineage of grand dragons past and their gold heaps, but that's not you. You have maybe buttons or tea leaves or mugs or other things which could fit in a human's hand, but could be not that missed if disappeared. Your goal in this game is going to be to portray these tiny dragons and get more stuff for your hoard. Wow, wow, wow.
That sounds great.
It should be a lot of fun. This system is based on the game by John Harper. John Harper called Lasers and Feelings, which
Oh, I've played that game.
Yeah, Lasers and Feelings is a veritable... It feels weird calling it a classic, but I would call it a modern classic in the one-pager genre for sure.
Do you know when it was made?
I would guess probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 2013, but let's find out.
Are we living in a golden age of RPGs?
I think it's fair to say that we are. How do I find out what year this was published? It don't have a year on it.
You know what's fun is imagining RPGs like made in like 1830. Like, what would they be like? I wish there was a long lineage.
There's a lot of like Victorian parlor games that would definitely fall under the category of RPG as we currently understand them.
For real?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm happy to link them sometime if you're interested in getting some insights.
fascinating.
Yeah, people
Was
have
it
been
like,
telling stories
"Pretty,
with rules.
my
forever."
dexterity is +5.
Yes,
I
it
roll
was-
my dice into the chamber pot.
It was just like that.
I don't think you should roll your dice into the chamber pot, though. That sounds...
No, why
Clearly,
not?
you don't understand 1830 sensibilities.
It was 2013.
Whoa, Kurt! He's incredible. A
He's
genius. A
in
game
the zone.
genius. He's been at a game convention all weekend. He's just at maximum power.
It's true. It
Y'all-
was originally. It's got a
Is
name
this a
on Board Game
D6?
Geek. This
It is
so
a D6.
funny.
This is a
Lasers
D6.
and feelings.
Kurt, just give us a second. Amanda's just found a D6.
This is a D6.
Is that a D6?
This is a D6.
Oh, I see. Because you spin it, I guess. Is it a top
Yeah,
of?
just gonna, like,
I don't
roll
know.
it,
You
sorta?
probably just still throw it.
You didn't know you had this dice, Amanda?
Well, I was looking at my arrow one, and then I was like, is this a D6? And I was like, no, this is like a D8 or something. But then I was like, this one is a D6. I have this set of dice that's all like random objects that are dice.
That's
Very
cool.
fun. Yeah, got them at, what did I get them at? Maybe PAX, not this year, but the year before. I got like a media bundle.
Ooh, wow,
It was
look
in
at
there.
you. So fancy. Media bundle.
Got some cool dice, yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm having too much fun rolling dice. So, anyways, I'll pass it back to you as we talk about this game.
Sure. Well, let's talk about the actual game. In fact, let's not talk. Let's do stuff.
What?
Thanks for the Hydrate Evil Web line.
Thank you,
Ooh.
Thank you.
Amanda,
Thank you, Hydrate.
If you could
Thank you,
both
Hydrate.
open up the Google Sheet that
Oh,
I
Google
last minute
Sheet.
pulled together for this game.
I'm sorry. I feel like I
Speaking-
slept a lot, and yet I'm still somehow not awake somehow. So I'm just gonna warn everyone in advance if I'm saying weird things. This is where my brain is at apparently today.
We all had quite full weekends, I think. So
We
this is
did.
this is the hangover stream.
Yeah,
true.
not like a literal hangover, just like a hangover from like being my brain being, I don't know, dumb. Yeah.
Just stupid.
If you were here for the Marvel Snap stream on the weekend, you guys saw some of it where I forgot how to do math. So that's where I'm at.
Overrated.
That's the first thing to go.
Math. Yeah, I know. Also, Woke Dragon says, I was there at the beginning of RPGs because I am that damn old. You were there
Whoa.
when they were playing rolling dice in their chamber pots?
Dice.
Dice.
I was at an absolutely sick exhibit at the War Museum about war games a few months back, and it was amazing seeing some of those ancient RPG adjacent origin stuff. Like, we're talking games from like late 1800s, early 1900s.
Whoa.
I'm assuming Woke Dragon isn't that old, although dragons I think can live a long time.
They
so
can
I'm not
live
gonna-
a long time, so
I'm not
maybe.
gonna assume how old you are, but yeah, that was crazy. That was extremely cool. Go visit your local museums. They're doing cool things.
Wow, cool.
This has
plug,
been a
Kurt.
PSA from Kurt.
I will always rep the museums.
Fair.
That's adorable. I
Fair.
love that.
Also, if people are watching over on YouTube, or if you're watching over on Twitch, I have a poll going on currently on YouTube. I'm doing a 10K video. That
10K video.
yeah, because soon I'll be at 10K subs. We're
Oh.
in the end game.
I thought
right
it was
now.
going to be really high resolution.
Oh my goodness, that would be crazy. 10K. I don't think I ever want to be seen in 10K. That sounds like too much. I don't want to see anything in 10K. I don't want to be in 10K. I don't think we should go that far.
I don't want to
But,
see
um,
anything at 10K. Ew.
No, thank you.
I can
Either
see it too
way.
good.
But I'm doing a poll, and that's one of the things you can vote for, is to go to the museum for a date that I'm going to take all my subs on. So I'm going to make a little vlog video where we go on a date
Oh, wow.
In honor
Which
of my
museums let
children.
you film inside them? Many?
Yeah, you can always film inside
Really?
museums.
Okay.
If it's just like, if you're not being like disruptive. Like I don't think I can bring a whole film crew with me.
That would be cool
That
though.
I would probably need a permit for. But like just like a little camera, yeah, I think that's fine. And
Me
like
and
little
my
mics on me.
Me and my family went to Moscow, and we went to go and a while ago, and we were going through all the museums, and you are not allowed to take pictures in those museums. And
At all?
but yeah, generally no, except for
Oh,
in special circumstances. But
okay.
my sister is just a free spirit and did not care about said rule. But the guards in the museums are very scary in Moscow. And so they would
Yes.
start to follow us around as she broke the rules. And these like very serious Russian looking 25-year-olds, big and brawny, would just start like following us around. And I was like, we're gonna die.
You're
Please
like,
stop taking pictures.
please stop this. My
Please
life is in
stop.
danger. Wow, that sounds a little bit scary. Yeah, I that's a pretty serious like rule. Like no pictures at all.
No pictures.
Wow. Well,
Well,
guess they like to
there you
keep
go.
their history for like only if
Yeah,
you're just
secret.
seeing it. Secret
Correct.
history.
Hmm.
Yes, Woke Dragon says I was there when TSR released D&D.
Hey,
Ah.
that's a big thing.
That's a
Kurt,
big
that's
thing.
Dungeons and Dragons, just so you know.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, no, I was getting confused with the other one.
Kurt doesn't know about that stuff.
Tunnels and
Oh
Trolls.
my gosh. Can our brains process 10K? I think so, amusing streamer. I think so. Our brains can't process though like how many stars are in like the galaxy. That's hard to process.
Yeah, I guess that's true, Amanda.
I'm
There's a
rallying
lot.
us while we have any stamina. Let's create.
No, let this happen, Kurt. This is great.
No, there's a lot. I was reading a book. I was reading a book by Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was talking about it. And just like, there's this whole part where he just talks about like how many of things there are in like space and like how vast space is. And he uses all these like references to like if you imagine, like just imagining even like how many like hamburgers it takes, like how many hamburgers you'd have to get from here to here, and then like that's how many of this there are, stuff like that.
Sorry,
I
we're
forget
doing,
what the
we're doing interstellar distances and hamburgers. That
well,
seems
just
very
like
much not
trying
helpful.
to think of things that like we ourselves can picture, and then being like, now imagine like a bajillion of that. You know what I mean?
How many
So-
hamburgers to the moon?
There's more stars
Put it
in
in
the
chat if you
galaxy, I
know.
believe, than there are grains of sand on beaches
Correct.
on Earth.
Correct.
What is that?
Yeah, man.
What is that? Because I can't even, like, I'm just thinking of one beach, and I'm like, that's insane. And then you think of, like, all the beaches, and you're like, this breaks my brain.
Yeah.
So that's hard to think about. But 10,000,
now-
I can imagine that, I think.
Billions and billions.
Yeah,
Now-
I don't have a good Carl
imagine-
Sagan impression.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't. No, it's not great.
I was
Love Carl
I was
Sagan,
agreeing. I was like, yeah, that's not the best Carl Sagan impression I've heard, but it was a good attempt, I think.
Okay, rally us, Kurt. Rally.
Okay, it's time. Folks, we are going to begin by having you figure out how big your tiny dragon is. So if you could both roll 4 d6s, that's going to tell us how many inches long your little baby dragon is. We're going to add them all up.
All right, so we have to roll how many d6s?
4 of them.
4 of them. Okay.
I've rolled 15.
Also, Chris is saying in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there's a machine that drives people insane by showing them how small and insignificant they are in the grand scheme of
that's
things.
true.
That is
That's
true.
true.
And yes,
true.
that is, I think, what would happen if you think too long about it. Thank you, Impaler. I love this mug. If you're talking to me, do other people have mugs? Maybe it's not both.
Thank you, Impaler.
I
Kurt
do
has
have
a mug.
Yeah.
but whether or not
Whose
that's the
mug is cool?
I would
Probably
guess
Amanda's.
it's probably the one that looks
Looks like Roku.
Yeah. Mine just has bird.
But bird cool.
Birds are cool.
I
But
love
yes.
this mug. It's my favorite mug.
Is
but
it?
I have a feeling.
Bird's
it's
not in
the
Disney
mug
Plus
of the day.
series.
It's not a Disney Plus series. It's only bird. Only a bird.
My
Only
mug
bird.
was a gift from Michael. So thanks, Michael, for sending this to me. Michael
Thanks,
sent me so
Michael.
many Grogu things. So has Chris, actually. Chris has sent me many of my little Grogus that sit around my apartment. I have so many.
Okay,
of them.
quick. How many Grogu things do you have in your apartment?
How many Grogu things?
Quick.
Probably like
Quick.
80 something, I'm gonna guess.
Wow, no! This is harder for me to comprehend than the 10,000 K grains of sand stars.
I don't know if that's actually true, but I know it's a lot. And I'm just thinking, like, I also have, like, people just see things that have, like, Grogu on it, and they're like, I think you need this, Amanda. And so I've amassed many things through gifts. I have a giant Grogu plushie that sits on my bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grogu is my boyfriend.
And Paler says Grogu, but cool bird mug, too. I just saw it. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Impaler.
Hey, I'll take second place any day. All right, Amanda, how big's your dragon?
I got.
Kurt, you can't ask that. That's not polite.
Hey, we're here. I'm the master of the game today.
16.
I'm doing it. 16. Okay, we've got a 16-inch dragon and a 15-inch dragon. You guys are little folks.
We're so
What's
cute.
What
I
is
already
that?
love us. Okay, now
Are you
which
a
way?
game master today, Kurt?
I am a game master today.
Ew, what?
Yeah, I know.
You play games or something? You like run the game or something?
Whether or not I'm playing is a subject that we almost tackled, I feel like, last time we were doing this.
That's true. That's true.
But it's neither here nor there. Each of you also has some kind of nature about you, which is some physical trait that you have. You have a drop-down list. I would ask that you take a little gander.
Can my name be this?
Sure. What's your name, Amanda? Tell it to the world.
That's incredible, Amanda.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So we've got some
heavy
natures.
breath into the microphone.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
This is an ASMR stream now.
It just became one, apparently. Oh.
I will have to leave if it becomes an ASMR stream.
Do you hate ASMR?
It gives me the chills.
But like in a
But
bad
in a
way?
bad
'Cause that's what
way.
it's
I
supposed
think,
to do.
yeah, it's supposed to give you the chills.
Not in a physical way, just in a this is deeply and viscerally unpleasant kind of
Metaphysical way.
Yeah.
He gets
In a way that is
metaphysical
not
ASMR.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
it's kind of like if somebody was chewing popcorn an inch from your ear. That's kind of the vibe for me.
Right.
But, hey, you know what? Different
Some people
strokes for
like
different
it,
folks.
some people really don't. It's, totally understand.
Thanks for the hydrate, Rapala.
Oh, thanks for the hydrate.
Okay. Anthony, do you have thoughts on your nature?
Yeah. I'm gonna be a little bog dragon. And my like hide is sort of like mottled and bumpy and covered in lumps and ever so slightly slimy. And these different nodules, they like grow over time, inflating like a bubble, and then they bloop, separate away from my body, and the little tiny bubbles float off my back.
Whoa.
That wasn't in the drop-down menu, by the way.
Sure wasn't. I'm going to need you to summarize that in the spot where it would go so that I can
Sounds good.
reference it. And Amanda, what's got?
So, Sha has a mane of hair as colorful as embroidery floss. And they can... Oh, we're not talking about magic yet.
Have you chosen your magic?
I did.
Then tell us of it.
Okay. Can you put a small human to sleep with your chamomile breath?
You can.
I can. Felt fitting for someone named Sha.
That's a cool one. I like that. Maybe I should choose Can You Grow Leaves and Moss Wherever You Walk? Seems in theme.
Yeah. Yeah. Follow that theme. Chase it down. You will also have to choose a number. And to choose a number, I must tell you... Sorry?
Oh, no, sorry. I was going to just... you go ahead. You say your thing. I'll respond to comments in a second.
All right. In this game, there's only one stat. And you will choose where your stat is between 2 and 5. Yeah. I did it because I was watching Rapala's every move.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
there was one from Amusing Streamer as well. Did you get that one?
No. I was so ready to tell everyone.
So these are the numbers that we choose for our stat.
Yeah, okay. So I'll tell you how it works now that we're not hydrating. When you roll, you either have to roll over your stat or under your stat. If you are using your tiny skill, which is stealth, agility, awareness, stuff that has benefited from you being just a wee little thing, that needs to be a roll that's over the number you chose. But if you're using your dragon skill, you need to roll under your number. Dragon stuff might be action, intimidation, magic, dragon stuff. So your number tells you how good you'll be at both things.
So to be better at dragon stuff, you want a
higher number
because you're rolling under.
Because dragon big, tiny small.
I feel like that mental reference could go either way, but it is in the rolling dice section underneath your stuff if you need.
And if we roll over the number, then we can do normal things?
There's tiny things and dragon things. There are no normal things.
Oh, okay. Tiny things. Tiny things.
Things that you can do because you're tiny.
Well, I don't know. Do I want to go tiny? Or do I want to go dragon?
Couldn't tell you. I'll tell you a lot of things this game, but I can't tell you who you are. It's cruel.
I am going to choose 2. Which means I'm quite tiny.
Means you're good at being tiny.
Yeah.
Real good at being tiny.
I'm going to go 4.
Great.
Then, just so we're a bit balanced, and also because I am bigger than you, so by
That's
1
fair.
inch.
By that
only makes
1
sense.
inch. Do you ever lord that over?
Oh, I don't have a name.
What's your name, Anthony? What's your
Brisbane. Let me think about that.
Okay.
First thought. Maybe best thought. It's hard to say.
I think first thought, always best thought. Also, Impaler was saying 80. Do you have the Black Series Grogu figures where it's like tiny but same price as the big figures? I don't know which ones those are. The Black Series. I do have the series. Oh, are you? It might be this series. There is black on the box. I'm looking at a bunch of them right now that are over there. But yeah, they're like this big, so they're kind of tiny. They're not super tiny though.
I've done some math if anyone's curious, because I still retain my capacity to do that.
Incredible.
And the difference between your relative heights is about, on a human scale, it would be about half a foot.
It's pretty big.
6 inches. It's enough that you could probably make fun of your little friend. Just thought I would bring that discovery out.
I like that. I would love it if Shaw was lording it over me. My name is Crook.
I might be. Crook?
Crook.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Crook. Also, Rapala, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Riddle Lock. Thank you. Our first sub of the stream. Do.
Nice.
Wait, I'm changing my name, guys.
Okay.
My name is now, or I don't know if it's gonna go well on stream, but like just the no. Shit, I'm changing my name again.
Amanda can do it because, okay, for those of you at home, this is all running through Amanda Land. Anthony and I beam into Amanda Land, and then we are all taken up into the mothership of the stream. However, if we are over this video communication service, Anthony and I can't like make weird little clicky noises or anything because they will be filtered out by the grand remover of all weird noises.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the noise cancellation.
Only Amanda can make weird little noises and have them reach you.
Because we have my mic directly as opposed to through the client that we are streaming on.
So if you all hear this and think, I'm not giving my all when I say, Shah.
Sounded pretty good.
I am trying.
Yeah, it did sound pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
What's your horde?
The guidance
Mods.
for the horde is fun, right? It's
Yeah, there's a bunch of options, but if you don't like those, you can pick something else that is small enough to fit in a human hand
right,
and wouldn't necessarily be missed if stolen.
right. See, I like those clarifications. Those are really fun. Small enough to fit in a human hand, and not necessarily would be noticed. Playing cards comes to mind, and dice because I am a nerd, unfortunately.
Oh, but it could be just anything.
Yeah. What about children's teeth? Do you think those would be noticed?
Oh my god.
Well, not if they're under their pillows.
Yeah, they've already
Because
fallen
like
out.
if they've already fallen out,
I'm not
like
taking
you're
them out
like
of
a
people's
dragon
heads.
tooth fairy.
Kurt loves it.
Kurt's...
It would be noticed.
Well, not if their
Well,
teeth that
they've
have already
already
fallen
fallen
out.
You imagine you're the parent of a small child and you go to remove the tooth they put under their
Spawn.
pillow and you can't find it. Panic. Panic.
Would you panic? I would just be like, it probably just fell somewhere or something.
Well, if you can't find it and they still have it, and you put the money under there, they have created an infinite money glitch. Or have
I
lost
mean,
faith.
yeah, that might be concerning, but I don't think my first thought would be, uh-oh, this is an infinite money glitch. That
You're not a child. Anthony, I will allow you teeth, but I will tell you, you are trying to get these during the course of play. So we're clear, that will set a tone. I'll let you do it, but it will set a tone.
Well, My other ideas are bird bones and snail shells.
Ooh, I like snail shells a lot. That's my pick, if you're asking me.
Okay, I appreciate that. Chat, give us more things, please.
Bird bones and snail shells.
Small
What
things
more
that can
could we
fit
need?
in the palm of your hand. Grow goose.
I should also say.
I was like, Chris
Marty.
gone insane.
No,
What's
I'm
happening?
stretching.
Oh, we gotta
Marty.
stretch. Oh,
We gotta
thank you,
stretch.
I lock.
Grow goose do fit in the palm of your
Fingernail
hand.
clippings?
Why do they all have to be keratin paste growths?
I'm just on a theme right now.
Sure.
You could
sure.
collect nail polish bottles.
Those are big, but
They
yeah,
can fit in the palm of your hand.
they can fit in the palm of your
One
hand.
of the
There should be mini
suggestions is a
ones.
mug, so it's pretty open.
Oh,
Yeah.
the doesn't is a mug. That's true.
Lipsticks.
Okay.
You can. I'll let you do any of these. To be clear, I'm not putting pickles on. your
Rapala
parade
is
here.
suggesting marbles. That's a good suggestion.
Marbles is good. I do like marbles.
I might just go with one of the prompts that they gave me, but I do like the idea that Shaw could be collecting Grow Goose because that's very fitting for me and what I collect.
Shaw has to live in your house.
Yeah, Shaw might live in my house. But I don't know. Or I'm thinking flowers. Does anyone have an opinion on this? Let me know.
Flower petals kind of sort of thing would be cool.
Flowers just sounds really cute, and I figured if they can put people to sleep with their chamomile breath, which is both a tea and also but is a flower, I thought that could be cute. But
Impalers.
I do like the idea of Grow Goose as well.
Impaler's given us feathers, gemstones, and berries. which are very
Ooh,
cute.
these are all super cute.
My new ideas are
Gemstones.
contact lenses and keys.
Contact lenses and keys. I like keys.
To be
Keys are
honest,
kinda cool.
I do think these are all bangers. I do.
Even the teeth?
Even the teeth, it's a banger. It's a deeply unnerving banger. But I would make it happen. I would open that door.
These are some good suggestions too in chat. I like the idea of gemstones. I also like the idea of marbles. I also like the idea of buttons. That suggestion that's in the...
Buttons is very cute.
It's very cute.
Should we
I'm gonna
just
set a
decide on
little
things?
timer, and you do have to pick when it runs
Okay,
out.
okay. Pogs,
just-
says Rapala. Pogs would be great. Oh my god,
There's
I
part
had
of me
a
that thinks
sick
this is the
Pogs
most fun part of the
collection.
game.
Pokemon cards. Could I collect Pokemon cards? I could.
There's just a lot of great things you could hoard. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things. I think I'm gonna go with Grow Goose. and make it unique because that's fun.
There you go.
That what I
Scrubbies.
entered it was I gotta hit this.
It doesn't matter. You can.
What do I do? How do I enter it?
I'll do it. It's fine.
Thank you. It told me
It's
that
like,
it was
"Eh,
not
don't worry
valid.
about it."
Grogu.
It would have taken me longer to explain it, and then the whole chat knows how to. We can't disclose our spreadsheet.
Our secrets.
That would be terrible.
That
I
would
also
be
have
the
a bunch
worst.
around me, so I'm ready to start collecting at any time.
Right. Now, I would ask that once you have decided what your item is, if you could please write down 3 such things in that little section underneath them. 3 individual manifestations of this thing that you're hoarding.
Where do we live? Does it matter?
Everywhere.
I haven't yet generated where you are going today, but you are going to be, as a group, as a duo, I guess, sort of infiltrating this place and getting stuff.
Okay. But it might be new to us, this new place.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't necessarily where you live.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Another little Grogu.
It's Grogu time.
You know, it's really funny that this is happening because someone came to the game I was running at a convention because they thought it was about Grogu this weekend. But it was not.
Oh
not
no,
at all.
Goku.
It was Goku, yeah.
Grogu.
Now, fortunately, they had a great time.
That's good.
But yeah, it was a surprise.
Did they find a way to incorporate Grogu into the game?
No, we elected not to.
Fair enough.
I did have a different incident about the same intended game where people were really hype about Goku and showed up for that reason. And that was bad for an entirely different purpose.
Wait.
Folks, there is no Goku or Grogu in the game.
Somebody thought Grogu was in the game? Was it
Yes.
the same game that has Goku in the name of it?
Yeah.
Yes, they thought it was
Oh.
I Named My Baby Grogu.
That's
And
sick
the other
too.
people just saw Goku and thought,
Love
me
me some
Dragon
Goku.
Ball.
Oh my gosh, though, I named my baby Grogu would be a great name for a Grogu RPG game, considering that Grogu is also known
As a
in
baby.
the mass media as Baby Yoda. So
there. Elliot,
But you can't have
there is no human who doesn't collect a miserable pile of secrets.
a miserable
all do it.
pile of secrets.
Elliot, I love that. That is so cute.
Yeah. So okay. So 3. So I have to describe these.
Oh, I like compact mirrors. That's cool.
It's great.
In my great tournament of ideas of hoards that was happening between YouTube and Twitch that I didn't tell anybody about, YouTube has won the trophy of coolest hoards. Thank you for playing.
Get wrecked.
You
Twitch.
didn't know you were competing, but Anthony's here to tell you. Apparently, you were.
Yeah.
A Grogu.
Okay, so I've decided on keys for sure. But if I find a child's tooth, you know, who knows?
Who's to say?
And the first thing in my hoard is the key to Lace's diary, small and heart-shaped.
Ooh.
So my first one is my little Lego keychain Grogu. There he is.
There he is. Real props, Amanda.
Real props.
Really bringing
also,
the realism to this game.
Also, it's the tiniest little Lego guy, like, ever. Like, I don't know if you guys understand how tiny this is, but
It is lost on me, but surely not on everyone out there.
it's very tiny.
So that's your first Grogu.
I have a Grogu holding a dusty iPad.
Oh, is it an Apple branded Grogu?
Pardon?
Is it an Apple branded Grogu?
Well, I don't
Yeah, they're
know
selling
if
Grogus
it's
now.
actually an iPad. It's some kind of reader, but it is dusty.
It's a
Gotcha.
Star Wars iPad.
Sure.
Yes.
A
Not
SkyPad.
officially licensed, but that's what Shah describes it as.
Do I only have 3 things in my hoard?
For now, yes.
Okay.
And a Grogu mug where the ears are the handles.
Great. Now we know. Cool. So these are your starting hordes. If we were playing this in person, you would just wander about the home of the person who you're playing it with and take things and make a little pile of them.
Cute.
That's so cute.
We are not doing that, but Amanda has done it anyway, which I think is serendipity. It means that you made the right choice with your absolutely unhinged Grogu horde.
Yes. I do have many Grogus as well, so yeah.
I said children's teeth, and I was only the second most unhinged horde we could think of.
Elliot is
Yep.
saying almost everything I put into chat, text to speech.
I'm
All right.
This
speech to
is
text,
exciting.
probably.
Yeah.
Text to speech and then back to text.
Yeah.
It's a
I
forwards
type it out,
backwards conversion.
it reads it out, I recorded reading it out, and then the robot says it to itself. I gotta
like
be
it.
removed from the process.
I like it.
I'm also a big speech to text person. It's just easier sometimes.
As long as it gets what you're saying, but for the most part, I would say yes, it does. Sometimes actually that's how I write. I'll just walk and talk,
Blah, blah, blah.
blah, blah, blah,
Off you go.
and then edit it later.
Sick. Let's see. So we are going to begin sort of in media res here, but really briefly how this works. When you're doing something risky, I'll ask you to roll. You'll make an argument why you're using Tiny or Dragon for this, and then the amount of dice that you succeed with, which is to say go over or under your target number depending, will determine how well it goes. If none of your dice succeed, things get worse. If one of them succeeds, you barely manage it. Two of them succeed, you do it well. Three of them succeed, it's like a bonus extra well, critical success. Now, here's the trick. You only have one die generally. If someone else is helping you, you get another. If you are invoking your nature, your strange being, whatever you look like there, you get another die to roll. And that's the dice you get to roll. You can get an automatic success by giving up an item in your horde.
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
my goodness.
I know.
I need all of them.
Well, don't we all? So I will briefly roll just to see where we are today, and then we're going on an adventure. Why does this roll so long? Oh, I have to click the stop button on this online roller? That's bananas. Imagine every time you rolled a die, you had to stop it to see what.
You should just have to click it once, shouldn't you, for the roll, and then it rolls?
That's what I'm saying.
I
But no,
agree with you.
I click go, and then I must click stop.
Hmm.
As it flickers through 100 different options. Okay, I now know where you are going.
Ooh.
Yes, you.
Where are we going?
Well, I suppose I'll leave it for the opening crawl. And I now know what it looks like. Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
All right,
Oh boy, I'm excited.
so we ready to go?
Yeah,
I'm ready. Are you ready,
Yeah.
Kurt?
I'm ready.
Did your
I am.
brain have
Oh,
enough time to load stuff?
I've got one more question.
Okay.
I want to know how your two dragons know each other.
Ooh, good question. Worst enemies, siblings, each other's date to Dragon Prom.
Are these options in the book?
There's
Or are
No.
these just
we're not
fantastic
reading from anything.
Anthonyisms?
Yes, these are options from the book inside Anthony's head.
I love it. Wow, this book is really cute, though.
It
Um,
is.
How do we know
Maybe
each
we were
other?
once imprisoned by the same dragon hunter.
Whoa.
Whoa. So we were in prison together.
Yeah, but we got it.
We're cellmates.
Yeah,
I like it.
ex-cellmates.
Ex-cellmates. We escaped together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the like color of our bond? Are we like begrudging allies? Are we like formed fast by trauma?
I think that we are like yeah, I would say that we are for the most part stalwart companions, but that we do sometimes butt heads.
I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So like, like respectful of each other, glad to have each other on the other side, but we do piss each other off the way that
Only
any...
two people that have been in a confined space for a prolonged period
Right.
can. Yes.
Cellmates or married couples. It's
Yes.
a unique bond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. So, here's how this is going to go. You find yourselves just inside an old toy and memorabilia museum. Old as in been around a long time, not old as in hasn't been updated in a while. This is not an abandoned place. It is a place that has just gotten more and more and more stuff. And
Museum.
it is a museum that is packed to the gills with the latest toys and trends, but it's so full that you can't look anywhere without there being another piece of exhibit. Some of them locked away in beautiful glimmering cases, some of them out in the open for the children to handle and inevitably wear away until they're worthless as bare artifacts. And today, much to your chagrin, Crick Cruck,
That's my name.
you entered this place without needing a key whatsoever.
Ugh.
The door was creaking on its hinge, and it was wide open. However, do I however you yet? I think you can see inside, but
Okay.
you might not be alone. So here it is, open door, exhibits everywhere. What are you folks doing? What's your modus operandi here?
Shah. I think we've finally found you a place. Somewhere with the things you like. You're so picky. You haven't been able to find a place for 3 weeks.
Well, I know what I like. So, yes.
Well, finally, we have something. Where do you think they'll be?
The humans?
No, your prizes.
I think that they will be hiding on the shelves.
And as you say this, we see the camera pan inside to reveal a huge exhibit, which is just Star Wars. And underneath it in smaller writing, it says bootleg collection. All kinds of unlicensed knickknacks and trinkets of all manner are collected here. You simply can't have an unofficial Star Wars collection with official merchandise in it. Disney is not a fan. So, we can see that on the far side of this crowded room where you're almost stepping over exhibits. And behind you, we hear the crunch of a leaf.
Is one of my leaves that I have left behind.
Yeah, it was just one of your leaves left behind. Totally normal sound.
I think the crunch might still be worrying. Quick Crux instinct is just to like full on like jump up and dive behind the nearest counter, and roll into a little ball on the other side.
Understood. What's the impulse of Shah?
I think Shaw wants to move closer to the sign of the exhibit.
Gotcha. The sign of the exhibit is done in a hand painterly style that makes you realize someone definitely cares about this place. And it reads, for a limited time only, all all donations to the museum will be put immediately on display. And there's a shadow cast onto this sign, probably from some vase behind you or something. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out. Both of the people responsible for this game are with us at this moment.
Hey! Oh my gosh! Thanks for coming. What?
Welcome,
Yes.
man.
we appreciate you being here and you making cool games. So thank you
This
to both
game is
Lucas and
so
Emily.
cool.
It's super cute. I'm already like super into it.
So, a shadow
Okay.
is cast. Probably it's nothing. Cast onto this sign in front of you. What do you do?
Okay.
One of you is still behind a counter, safe and sound.
I am going to turn around and flare my nostrils because I am a mighty Shah.
You
I
immediately
love Shaw.
see a familiar face. It's that damnable dragon trapper who
No!
you escaped the clutches of previously. And this guy is such, like, okay, obviously we can't stand for a dragon trapper in the first place,
Yeah.
but when it's with someone who's so deeply uncool, it's more offensive. Wears this full trench coat made entirely out of leather and like a matching hat. And the
Wow.
whole
A
thing
matching
on the
hat.
yeah, and what's
Wow.
worse is that dragon embroidery is just all over this jacket. And
Ew.
look,
What an insult.
if he was a dragon ally, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
But this just feels like a
Don't take
crude
our
and-
symbols.
Distasteful. And a leather hat. How strange.
Yes.
Is there any chance that either are made of dragon leather?
There's a chance, but I feel like you're not that confident in his
Trapping.
Trapping
abilities,
ability.
yeah.
Obviously,
What
we
does that
have
say
to
about
wear dragon. Well, I think we were just in a bad place. Look,
We were having a bad day.
Yeah, can we get a quick like cut to the conversation between you two after being captured where you talk about what went wrong last time? You're in the cage.
crick crack. How did this happen?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? I was sleeping on my hoard, and it was not my.
I was sleeping on my hoard, and it was not my time to be watching the hordes crick crack.
And we can hear Dragon Ball playing from the other room and the faint mumbling of him going, as he always does, not enough dragons in this show.
Also, Atomic Sorcery, thank you for following.
Appreciate it. Cut back to the present. Standing there, looming in the elaborate leather trench coat is, I think he's just renamed himself to Dragon, which is the worst part of all
Last
of this.
name Hunter.
Hunter's actually the first name. Hunter,
Hunter Dragon.
That's kind of a normal name.
Yeah,
And then
it is.
Dragon, well,
All right.
Questionable.
No.
yeah.
Definitely
know
not a
something.
given name.
So we see, as soon as you turn around with this big flare, I guess this is when you've learned that he's there. Are you going to try doing this as an intimidation tactic?
Yes.
Or do you have other moves?
Yes, I'm gonna intimidate him.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a dragon roll for sure.
Yeah.
Which means that you need to roll under your number. You would by default get 1 die. Can you, is there anything you can do?
I did it.
Evoking your nature. Sorry, you rolled?
I did.
But the rules, Amanda.
I'm just
I
gonna
could evoke my
more-
nature, and then I
So,
get
yeah.
a modifier.
Yeah, there's 2 things for posterity which you can do to improve your odds. The best you can ever do is sort of success with 1 die. But
Okay.
if you use your nature to your advantage,
Right.
you will get another die. And if you get help from Crick Cruck, then you can get
I think
1 more die.
Crick Cruck is a bit traumatized from previous experiences, so I'm gonna let Crick Cruck sit this one out. But I'm gonna flare up my mane. So I have a mane of hair as colorful as embroidery floss. I'm gonna like flare it, sort of fan it out, so that I kind of like have my nostrils flaring and all this like colorful hair kind of wisping around me, and it makes me look like a lion dragon thing.
That's exactly what you look like. So I know you've already rolled 1 die. Can you roll a second one for us?
Yes. Also, Rapala, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check.
Yes, you always get me with posture check.
Every
I've
single
never
time.
not needed to do it.
Yeah. It's an embarrassment.
Gonna roll this weird die. It was a 4.
Which is exactly your number,
Yes.
which is not under it.
Uh-oh.
Right.
What was your other roll?
1.
Well, that's good enough to be sort of successful.
All right.
I think you
I'm
barely
jealous.
managed it.
Thank you for the posture check.
We're getting hammered with the posture checks.
We're getting checked.
We shouldn't have let out our
appreciate
weaknesses.
Well, now everyone knows. Everyone knows what fools we are. What we see is Hunter recoils, and you can see that immediately his arm goes to the place where you burnt him a little on your last escape, which I feel like is not a convenient place to like reflexively put your arm over. It's got to be right on like the toe, right? Covers his big toes, one on each hand, and like hops backwards a little and points with his butterfly net, and it's like, not this time. I had you fair and is that his voice?
Yeah, whatever. I like
I
it.
feel
He
like
seems
his voice-
whinier.
Yeah. Not this time. I had you dragons right where I wanted you, and now you're gonna be part of my collection again. But, and even as he says it, he's still stepping backwards, and I think he trips over a little like foot-high exhibit. This museum is an absolute catastrophe in terms of ergonomics and design. It is packed to the gills. So he trips over backwards and lands on his ass, which does buy you a few seconds, but also knocks over a nearby light for an exhibit. So it is dark. What do you do? Either.
Ooh. I think this is an opportunity, and I am going to leap out from behind the counter and flutter across towards Shah, who I think is my biggest problem here. And as I hit the ground, Amanda, I'm like, how did he find us here already? We have to go. Come on, Shah, let's get out of here. It's not worth the progress.
No. It's taken us so long to find this place. We have to stand our ground, Crick-Cruck. I'm not going to be intimidated by this.
We spent
This
a year and a half in
mockery.
prison. He fed us Cheetos.
Look, the Cheetos weren't that bad.
Okay,
But also,
I'm
it's not
lactose
gonna-
intolerance.
What flavor were they? The normal Cheetos, or were they like a weird?
They were
flavor?
fiery Cheetos.
That
And-
was a nice consideration.
And we are fire creatures. So but I don't think we're gonna be locked away again. Not if I have anything to say about it.
What's your plan?
To hide.
You hear an inept sort of rumbling as more possessions get knocked off of shelves.
Quick, hide.
I will follow the lead of my compatriot here, and I'm going to dash underneath the kind of the nearest like exhibit of stuffed animals that I can find, and try to blend in among like a pile of stuffed animals. I'm just another one of them. Look at me, how cute.
Great. That sounds risky enough to be worth a roll. So if you wouldn't mind, as you roll, oh sorry, you can make arguments right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Also, high
definitely-
imprint.
Hey, I'm great at being tiny, so this is already seems like a good setup for me. I don't know if my nature of mud hide with little bubbles coming off of it is particularly useful here.
I mean, you could try to like, use that to make yourself maybe look a little bit more like sci-fi or something, or.
Yeah, but I hid in the stuffed animals. I'm just gonna try to look my cutest. Are you doing anything that might just be distracting them, Amanda, or anything like that? Is Shaw?
Sorry, you are both hiding.
Yeah.
Shaw's gonna try to hide. Shaw is going to look for like just a bunch of collectibles that they can kind of just like slink behind.
Maybe because we're going in different directions, maybe we're helping each other out. Because it's hard to keep an eye on both of us,
I can certainly be persuaded that that's the case. We see a frantic beam of a flashlight that's kind of like tracking left and right. We hear more crashing as as this man ineptly moves through the museum. Can I get a roll of 2 dice from you, Anthony?
Yes, I need to roll. I'm assuming it's a tiny roll. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. I've rolled a 2 and a 3. Only a 3 goes over my score of 2.
Hey, could be worse.
Could be.
Can I say that I push one of the collectibles off the area that I'm in if I've like scurried onto some sort of table?
Ooh, attracting attention for my benefit?
Yeah.
It's too sweet. Here's how this plays out. We see comically, it's like a cartoon scene. The flashlight passes over a collection of stuffed animals, and it shows like an old bear with a missing eye. It shows like somehow a mass manufactured like Beanie Baby directly beside this like 1920s era ornamental lizard that was clearly hand stitched, and then it pans one to the right, and like there's you looking exactly like you look. But we hear a crash of a collectible nearby, and the light pans all the way to the right. We have certainly spared Crick-Cruck from attention from Hunter, but the beam has shone onto you, and in its light glints a key still stuck in one of the keyholes for the exhibit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm quaking.
Well, I think that Shah is going to try to like scurry like just like behind the row of collectibles and maybe see if they can like switch levels to like lose the light, either
Like,
going up or down
on the shelf.
yeah,
like
like either
that.
jumping up to like a higher shelf or like moving down to like one that's lower.
Sure, that makes sense to me. That sounds like a tiny roll, which has to be over your number.
It does.
But I think I'll give you a bonus die because I feel like you can repel using your embroidered mane.
Right.
I need to
repel
pull these
repel the color?
in.
Repel the light?
Like it's with the rope and the kicking off of surfaces.
Oh, right. I hear you. Okay.
Kind of a Tom Cruise sort of thing.
Yeah.
Shaw is very much an action star like Tom Cruise. I rolled oh, wait, I have to roll over or under? Over.
I said this was tiny, so it would be
over.
I rolled
Although,
a
wait,
4 and a 5.
Oh, great. There we go. That's one success. We are eking by here from moment to moment. The lights with a heavy they turn back on.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Somewhere unseen, and suddenly we see Hunter standing there, blinded for a second. Takes off his glasses and starts cleaning them off.
Oh, this is our moment.
Yeah, we should do something.
I'm gonna freaking move. Oh, wait, so Crick-Cruck. Sorry,
freaking move.
no. Shaw, where are you right now? What's going on?
I'm
how
like,
much danger are you in?
let's say I'm higher up, or let's say I'm lower down based on my hair being used, and I basically like swung down to like a lower shelf, and I'm still like hiding behind the collectibles on that shelf now.
Okay, you're hiding behind collectibles on the lower shelf. Okay.
You want to do
all
a
right.
coordinated attack? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I scan the situation and note that you seem fine and our enemy seems distracted. And looking across the museum space to that closed door with the little key stuck in it, this is delicious. This is exactly what I want. A key to a place of some interest. A key that could be mine. So I am just gonna shoot out from my little home of stuffed animals and sort of like trying to shoot right over Hunter's shoulder in this moment of distraction and just beelining it towards that key. I don't think we have long here, and I just want my goods.
I just want my goods.
I just want my goods.
Great. That sounds like an action move to me, but I'm not going to prescribe it. If you think it's a tiny move, make an argument.
Oh.
Agility, stealth, awareness,
Ooh, see,
action, intimidation, magic, dragon. There's overlap, so
there's overlap. I mean, okay. I am a leaf on the wind, you know? This is agility. This is just moving as fast as possible, you know?
I love it.
Yeah.
So you flutter like a breeze. And what are you gonna roll with your 2 dice?
My 2 dice. We got a 5 and a 3, which
That is
are
2 successes,
2 successes, yeah.
which so far is our only unqualified success. Great. It's a perfect trajectory. This is some classic crick, cruck, clutch maneuvering here.
Clutch.
As your bubbles trail behind you in a beautiful stream, you shoot through the air. In fact, it looks kind of like someone's just shot a bubble gun, but there's also a dragon.
This whole muddy brown dragon.
Since you were successful in rolling to collect an item for your horde, roll 2d6 and we will find out what you find.
I
So
have
hi
rolled.
Chem Dog over on YouTube. Hello. Welcome in.
Hey,
I have rolled a 6.
cool. You got.
This is
So
bad.
why don't you tell me why the key that you just found is not fit to be part of your horde? And if you want, tell us a little bit about one of the items that's already in your horde, because
Okay.
I like them so much.
Well, this key. Okay, here's what's happened. As I've gotten to the door and I've pulled out, I've like grabbed the key and I've like pulled it from its latch. So too has the door swung slightly open. And Kurt, if this is okay with you,
Yeah.
the room behind it that I thought was perhaps another part of the museum, a secret storehouse of incredible wares, is actually the cleaning closet. And there's like a mop and a big thing of green liquid. And it is important to Quick Cruck to have keys that go somewhere, keys that somebody wants. That is why I keep in my hoard the key to the safe in a basement of a house down the street, which hasn't been opened for decades, and they sure would love to know what's inside. No one will. This, however, is the key to a cleaning closet, and I don't care about it. And I spit it onto the ground in distaste. And for a moment, I think just lose myself, sort of forget in my anger at this, and I'm just sort of like spiraling around on the ground and like shooting off angry bubbles in my frustration. Shut! Cleaning closet!
What's in there?
The cleaning supplies!
Close it.
I slam it shut. And now just now remember the threat that we have, and I look around the room for Hunter.
Yeah, so Hunter has finally gotten that last pesky streak off your glasses. You know when you clean the glasses and you're like, oh well, this won't do. It's not quite there. I can't just keep looking at this spot. It's the worst. And so even though like you could see through him just fine, it was one of those moments where it's like, no, this is gonna bug me. I better do this now. Smash cut briefly to Hunter scrolling through the glasses cleaning subreddit partway through, trying to get them clean and being like, I really need to find out why I can't get this last spot. Am I using the wrong kind of cleaning agent? Standing right there in the museum. Scrolls past a post from someone about an old safe. They're like, found it in our basement. Don't know how to open. We'll update you.
Nice, great Reddit reference.
But he's put away the phone, and now the eyes are trained on you both. He is no longer between you two and the Star Wars exhibit. It's sort of a triangle of sorts. Here, and the Star Wars is up here.
I think that makes a beeline for the Star Wars exhibit.
A dragon line, even.
Yeah.
Are we not running away? We're not running away. Okay.
No, come with me. Let's hide in here. There could be some good keys for you.
That's a lie, but I'm coming with you anyways. And I take off after Shaw, try to keep up.
Are you flying or walking? I'm curious for both of you what your default mode of transportation is.
I fly, generally.
I slink.
Great. I also like not scurry, not run, but
Slink.
I slink.
Very
yeah.
good.
it's a choice. It's a choice verb. Would that we could all slink so well.
Would that we could.
Would that be cool?
Evening Shark Bait.
Hi, Shark Bait. Yeah, so I think I slink towards the Star Wars exhibit and try to stay in the shadows.
Yeah, for sure. And there are plenty of shadows because, like I said, this place is overcrowded. If you've ever gone into like a mom and pop convenience store that is simply not quite large enough, the aisles are just a little bit too cramped, and you can get what you want, but there's this sensation of claustrophobia. That's what it's like anywhere in this museum.
All right.
And so as you enter this place, we can see rows upon rows of Star Wars stuff. You realize there's no real order to this. The stuff from the Mandalorian is all mixed in with stuff from the original series. It is organized alphabetically.
This is chaos.
How?
Alphabetically by what function the item is, not by what character it
Okay,
is, not by
all
what
right.
movie it's from.
Sure.
This is
Okay.
straight chaos.
Right.
I've never seen a collection so disorganized.
What is the second worst horde you've ever seen, human or dragon?
This is worse than when I saw all of the Star Wars figures that were missing arms and limbs, and yet someone had still displayed them as though they were mint condition.
Shock and a lot of upgrading. Oh, this is not premium grade.
Just not professional. Where's the care for your craft? What's the worst horde Crick-Ruck has seen? Sorry, what was that?
I was just about to say that Crick-Ruck, one of the things that Crick-Ruck hates the most in the world is at like small convenience stores where you can get keys cut and they have all those blank keys that aren't keys yet. It's like uncanny valley, you know? It's like seeing a bunch of like almost humans, but they're all slightly disfigured in a unfortunate way.
Can we cut to a conversation between like the key cutting desk and Crick-Ruck? No, I can make any key you want is the thing. I just need something to copy.
Right, no. Can you make me new keys? Keys that go somewhere where I've never been before. Make me a key to your heart.
I can't just make a key to my heart.
A
That's
key
not
to
even
your
real.
heart.
That's
What about your imagination? I want that key.
no, you can't just open an imagination. There's
What are you good for? You said any key you want on the front door.
any key you want. Yeah, it has to be a real key, not an imaginary.
If I already
key.
have the key, why would I want this? Is stupid. I hate this place.
Then you'll have another key. It's the same key, but
I'm burning this place down.
Smash cut to both of you trying to figure out how to get that much fire out of your systems outside the store.
You have to breathe deeper, Crick-Ruck.
I've lit this newspaper on fire. Do you think it'll just kind of catch from there?
Yeah, let's blow it over.
Okay, let's come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we need more coffee.
Yep, coffee.
Back to the present in the Star Wars exhibit. Where are you gonna go?
Well, it's not very organized, so I guess I'm gonna go towards, like, the middle left.
Sure.
What letter is that?
Yeah, give me a letter.
I'll go towards F.
Great. In front of you,
Reads.
we find a whole bunch of toys that are modeled after fire trucks. That's one of the first things you come across in this
Star Wars fire trucks?
Star Wars, yeah. They're
What? What?
they're Star Wars fire trucks. Yeah, you can see one of them is like piloted by Han Solo. We see another one that is in the shape of I want to say the Death Star, but it's still got like the ladder, and it's still painted red.
And there's like a bunch of like stormtroopers, but their uniforms are all like bright red.
What
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of collection is this?
However, at the end, we do see a beautiful, perfectly suited up, delicately hand painted Grogu fireman.
Oh my god.
I must have it. It's
Now-
so cute.
The challenge here, the reason there's risk, is because it's clearly balancing another fire truck. And if it moves, the ladder's gonna slam into the ground. So
Are we in stealth mode right now? Like, have we lost Hunter enough that...
we can hear distant lumbering, but I
Okay.
don't think he knows where in this disorganized subsection of the museum you actually
Gotcha.
are.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm going to like slink towards it, and then I'm going to try to like tail whip it out.
Ooh, like kind of like a pull the tablecloth sort of scenario. or
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
gonna
just
try to,
move it out
like,
fast enough.
Wind up my tail one way and then whip it. And I'm gonna
Well, I
use
will-
my hair for like added, my mane for like added,
It's perfect. It's a great
Whip.
plan.
yeah.
I'm gonna back you up if I can.
Double whip.
I'd love to try to catch Grogu in a bubble just to like stop, him from flying too far.
Yeah.
That makes a great deal of sense to me. That's a
Must protect
3
him at
die
all
roll.
costs. Okay.
This feels like it could be. I'm gonna go with dragon for this roll because I can.
Action.
Tail
action.
whip. Wow, the one time that this would have been good if it was tiny. I got 3 5s.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow. Ugh.
So,
Wait, do you super fail?
Super
No.
fail.
No, you
it's a
don't.
pretty big failure. Yeah. So I do have to say how it goes worse.
All right.
What we see is it's this delicate operation, right? The like tense music starts to play, and we see like the whips going in slow motion, strands of hair unfurling out as the bubbles begin to form around Grogu. But then the whip just pops the bubbles with an elastic blast of sound, and it echoes throughout the exhibit, unnaturally loud for a bubble popping. And we see coming right towards you is Hunter, trailing that trench coat, so poorly tailored too. God, at least let it make something that fits you better, Hunter. Still trailing that, and toys are getting knocked over, but now he's right here, and he whips out his net.
Both of us? One of
Oh,
us?
yeah, it's going to both.
Both. Oh shoot.
We're gonna get caught again.
This is desperate.
I'm gonna
Yeah, what are you gonna
try
do?
to like just rush towards him and use. Can I use my horde spell?
Ooh, that's what I was thinking about too.
Yes,
You have to give up a
can.
horde thing.
Okay, I'm gonna give up my Grogu with the iPad.
Oh no, not space iPad.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
What
try to.
are you gonna do?
I'm
Oh.
gonna rush at him, and I'm gonna try to put him to sleep with my chamomile breath.
Well, if there's one thing we know, it's that your magic is an automatic success. Faced with the loss of your freedom or the loss of your worst Grogu. By the way, I'm imagining you both have all of your horde with you.
Yes.
How does that work? I guess I jingle jangle as I move.
You could have like them. You could have them in like holsters if you want, like one on your tummy.
we
one
wear
on each
them.
of your sides.
Oh, that's so
Well, what if
cute.
you need to go into the place?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's
Right.
true.
need the keys. Cool. So
I'm imagining you wearing like keys around your neck, like it's
Ooh,
like
that's cool.
a really big necklace.
You know what's more troubling is imagining how Shah carries all those Grogu's.
that is much
Especially
more
this
troubling.
mug. This is a big one.
It's a big one. Yeah. I imagine the mug being worn as a hat of sorts.
Oh, I like that.
It's like tied under your head.
From the handles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Gives you a kind of general look.
Sean, this is a Grogu
There's
mug on
definitely
his head.
been there's
Oh,
definitely been an
boy.
argument between you two where Crook is like, you're only taller because of the hat. This is
You're actually 14.5 inches.
No, I'm very tall. The hat just adds to the grandeur.
great. So, what we see, why don't you tell us what happens when you use your chamomile breath?
Right, so I think I rush at him as he aims towards us, and I imagine that Hunter kind of stumbles back a little bit and just like not expecting us to run as opposed to come towards. And when he does that, I take the opportunity to get in really close as he's startled, and I just say, "Shaw."
Ah, it's onomatopoeia, is it?
Yeah,
That's where
you
the name
do.
comes from.
Yep.
Yeah, you do. So this works out exactly as you want it to. That soothing chamomile breath blows out over the nose of Hunter, who has only consumed Mountain Dew and is not prepared for the
Oh, no.
subtleties and power of chamomile.
Ugh.
The eyes flutter, the eyelids close, and then with a heavy thud, Hunter tumbles down onto his back and is dead passed out. You know that snore. That snore means you're not getting fed for hours and hours.
Yeah.
That's the snore of a man who fell asleep watching reruns of Dragon Tales. And
I can still hear the theme song.
rescinded for copyright reasons.
Of course.
So yeah, we you are free.
Good one, Shaw. You're very talented. I forgive you for getting us in this mess in the first place.
What?
It must have been your stupid hat that let him track us. You can see that
Me?
thing from a block away.
It was your bubbles that popped and made so loud of a sound.
Well, okay, I was trying to help you, so sorry.
Well,
I guess I
it
won't
didn't-
in the future.
It didn't work. The bubbles, they didn't help me at all. I don't
You
even know where
whipped
that
way too
Grogu
hard.
went.
Why did you do that? It's too much force.
What? My force was perfect. You know I have flawless whale tip, dragon tip.
Huh?
You know what? Never mind. I'm flustered now. You've gotten me all upset. And that's probably because whenever I'm around you, I get all flustered, and my tail, it gets all twitchy. That's probably what messed me up.
So it's my fault you've got a bad tail. Cool, that makes total sense.
My tail is lovely. How dare you? You
It's
know what? I don't need your help. I'm
okay.
going lone dragon.
Okay, this is over. This is it.
That's it,
Clearly
we're done.
together we're a mess. Together we get caught again. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Good luck with your stupid Grogus. There's no Grogus in this goddamn city. Good luck.
Good luck finding a key in
There's
this.
keys everywhere. Everyone's got a key. No one's got a Grogu.
So where do each of you go?
I go to the opposite corner of the room.
Great. Let me check
very far
what
away.
the opposite of F is.
Ask ChatGPT.
Go to I'm thinking R maybe.
It's S. Yeah.
S, yeah.
Yeah. So you're
That's
going
very
to S. Where's Craig Crook going?
Well, I start towards the door because I mean, if I'm leaving, there's no reason I have to be here. And then my heart kind of turns a little bit in my chest. And I'm like, what? There's no harm just checking for keys before I go. It would be a waste if you didn't check. And realizing that I'm at F, I am going to make my way down a couple letters to K and see if there's any stupid Star Wars themed keys.
That makes a great deal of sense. So I think let's follow that first, perhaps. I think at the K section, of course there's keys. There's a lot of keys which aren't terribly exciting.
Mhm.
There's It's a boring key. What's the most boring key you can have?
Boring Star Wars key? Is that what we need?
Boring Star Wars key. It's a very
The
niche
key to the
category.
Star Wars janitor closet, like in
Right, yeah.
a model of
The
ship.
first thing that you find is just a whole bunch of other cleaning closet keys, but they're Star Wars themed cleaning closet keys. Which is to say, they're 4 cleaning closets, but they say Star Wars on them because somebody got a key cut with Star Wars on it. However,
I hate those places.
there is also, I think, like a Han Solo spaceship key. And you're like, has Crick Crug seen Star Wars?
I think Quick Crook seen just like one little scene of it, once upon a time when I was stealing keys from someone's house.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was the exact scene that stuck
Perfect.
in your mind because
Yeah.
it's that scene where Han Solo does that classic thing we know Han Solo does, where he sticks the key into the ignition of his starship and says, "Han Solo's going solo, baby," and turns it, and the starship turns on.
Kurt, have
It's-
you ever seen Star Wars?
I've seen it thousands of times.
Right, I can tell.
This is a classic Star Wars.
Classic Star Wars moment.
Classic Star Wars.
Chat, back me up. We all know that this is what happens in Star Wars. Also,
Hey,
you
and
should
Solo's
play it, Gerald.
going solo.
That's actually a direct line, I think.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
my
I have the
Star
poster.
Wars quotes. My stoats, as they call them in the fandom.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely.
So this is
Ooh.
that key.
What? The key to the big spaceship thing. Ooh, I've never had a key to a spaceship before. And when I get excited, the bubbles get really overreactive, so they're like bloop 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 bloop. And I take my time, sort of devilishly stepping along the shelf towards the key, doing a little bit of a samba dance, and I start to sing a little song. Oh, my pretty, come to me, one more hoard for my key. And that doesn't make sense, but he was rushed.
It's about as good as we could have hoped for. So you line it all up, and then you smell a familiar smell. It's almost the opposite of your bubbles. What's the opposite of bubbles? Dust. And
Oh.
what is that
Oh,
horrible
no.
dusty smell we all know so well? Fairy dust. Those
Oh.
dirty little jerks. You smell fairy dust on the air. And
Oh, no.
now
Where are they?
there's a few different reasons you don't like fairies. First of
Yes.
all, they never want to attract attention. They're always like, "No, don't steal teeth. Teeth are bad if you steal them. They'll notice." And like that just you don't collect keys, but like you have some friends who do, and that's the worst.
Yeah.
But also, there was like a particular encounter you had with a fairy the last time you saw one. What I have thoughts. But
Oh, no. Usually I'm so ready to tell you what happened, but now I'm so curious what you thought.
okay, I think you were going to meet like an ex's family, but they were adopted. They're an adopted dragon, so their family
Okay.
were fairies.
Ooh, fairy family. Okay.
Yeah. We can zoom in on that
Step
for a second
fairies.
if you want. Yeah. So
And would you like more dust? More fairy dust? What
Um,
we make and eat?
I'm good. It's weird that it comes out. I mean, it's cool. It's really cool that I'm good. Thanks.
there's like such a tension in the air as the fairies all sort of like furrow their brows and cross their little arms,
Oh.
which makes them look like a
Oh.
pouty little Tinkerbell.
Hey, actually, was that my belly? Actually, I'm very starving. Would you have more dust?
No, I know you don't want it, so there's no reason to have you eat it then if you don't want it. We made it lovingly, I should say, and it's perfectly vegan because we consented to making it.
Vegans.
I think you're actually gluten-free, so this is worse.
Does it have gluten? Because you were a little evasive earlier.
It doesn't come with ingredients, we just exude it and then it's out there.
It smells glutinous. I don't think I can have it, actually. This is a health thing.
So that's your last encounter with fairies. And let's cut over briefly to Amanda's perusal of S. See, here's the problem with S. S stand for Star War, which is not very helpful in a Star Wars section. So this is just all miscellany. It is the things which did not have another section.
Wild.
Yeah. There are knickknacks of all kinds. There are some of the strangest things you've ever seen. But of course, among them, there's Grogu. It is a Grogu rubber duck.
As a side note, Amanda, making Kurt have to just invent many Grogu things is so mean because you know that man has never seen a single thing with Grogu in it.
It's actually a beautiful rubber duck, but it's also got like the Mandalorian riding the Grogu duck, which is a weird imagery to look at.
I love this so much, and I just want this to be illustrated forever. Amazing. Yes, I definitely would like this Grogu duck. It's such a rare piece of merchandise.
Great. You smell fairy dust too. What's your beef with fairies, other than that they're always saying, stop stealing things?
I don't like the way that they smell.
It's a terrible smell. If you well, that's the subject of opinion, I guess, but it shouldn't smell.
They also never spell my name right on forms.
How do they spell it?
They spell it S
With the right number of A's but a W.
SH A.
Unforgivable.
Terrible.
There's a C. It's very
And they
obvious.
always expect you to spell their fairy names right, which always have X's in weird places. And sometimes you have to put a sparkle emoji in the middle of the word, which is the worst. It's the
worst.
Fairies are the worst.
The worst.
And you start to hear that beautiful tinkling of bells as a fairy begins to approach. You probably only have so long to snag this rubber duck.
I am going to try to scuttle in there really quick. Really quick,
Sure.
like with using my claws to propel me
Sure.
as I slink around.
I feel like given how rainbow stratospheric fairy dust is, if you want to say your hair is camouflaging you, I'll give that to you, because Lord knows you
Oh,
aren't
he's
getting
such
any
a
help from
nice
Crit
game
Crack.
master.
He is a nice game master. Yes, I do want to. Yes. My hair will be camouflage.
So this sounds like Tiny to me, so I'll need you to roll over. I'm not that nice.
Oh, I did it. I got a 5 and a 6.
Wow.
How is that even possible?
That's a full success. Now, here's the challenge. We do need you to roll once more so we can see if this item is suitable for your horde.
Right.
2d6.
2d6.
I got a 3 and a 5.
That is one precious thing, magical and perfect. So we will add it to your horde.
Grogu duck.
Grogu duck.
Mine. It's sad because for the fire truck one, I had one that I could have actually used, but
You don't have a Grogu duck
Oh.
among all 80 things?
Wait, walk that back. How do you...
Wait, yeah.
You wanna-
one, but I do have one where he's with fire.
That's surprisingly good.
And he's like holding it at bay. So like
Huh.
not
Wow.
bad. Not bad. But I don't
You
think
really do have every Grogu thing.
I don't think I have any that are duck. There's no
Duck-like?
Grogu duck. Is it Grogu duck? Can I get one of those? Grogu duck.
And we're off to Amazon in the middle of the stream.
Weirdly, they do exist.
Well,
They do?
now I need to see it.
I know. I want to see too. What?
We're making bad
Grogu,
stream
rubber
now just
duck.
because
Now we're just all Googling.
I'll put it
Oh,
in the.
why?
It's pretty
Why
wild.
did they
I'll
look
put it in
like
the
that?
Discord for people.
I didn't want it to be like
I
this.
but it was.
No,
I
I
know.
don't like.
I'm
Oh.
just gonna put it in. I also love that our stream team channel on the Discord is usually just me posting random images of things that, like, if you weren't here for the stream. I'll
With
share
no
the Discord
explanation.
link for anyone else that would like to see the Grogu duck that does not want to Google it and would just like to join our Discord instead. Although you are all also welcome to Google it. It does exist. And
You're
it
allowed.
is horrifying.
So
It's only 10.16 on eBay. Should we buy it?
So affordable. Or which one are you? Are you looking at the one?
no, we're not going this granular. We are cutting back now to Crick Cruck in front of the key.
Okay, all right. Crick Cruck in front of the key.
What are you gonna
Do I
do
have a
against it?
sense of what fairies would be doing here? Are they forces of good in this world? Are they trying to like organize the museum or protect it potentially?
Yeah. So, as you wonder this to yourself, your eyes gaze. You flash back to moments ago in the F section when you saw that there was like a whole lot of fairy Star Wars stuff, like way more than there should have been, because that's a strange crossover for there to be.
Weird. Go to eBay.
No, don't go
Continue.
just it occurs to you that probably this place is at least partly run by fairies.
Ah, I see. That seems right. They like to make palaces out of children's teeth and occasionally strange collections of other things,
Right.
but in like an organized sort of way that's distasteful to the dragon sensibilities. Well, I sure hope there's no fairy sneaking up on me. I don't care to look behind me to see if there's a fairy sneaking up behind me, so if there were, I'd be completely unawares as I steal this thing that I'm sure has been carefully collected by a fairy or two. And with my big dragon ears out, I'm gonna listen for hopefully a baited fairy that might fall into my trap, that might sort of fly up behind me because I have a plan.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you smell it was actually, this fairy's dusts.
Oh
scent.
no.
They're all different. It's
Oh.
it's that
Patchouli!
it's that dragon racist uncle from the meeting. All the fairies were bad, but this guy was just intolerable.
Oh, oh no.
Towards dragons?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
towards well, obviously,
Rude.
like who else?
The sharp smell of flowers and beautiful perfume hits my nose that I cannot stand. And here is what I'd like to do, Game Master. Just as I judge, see, I actually kind of like fairies for one reason, which is that they're just the right amount of small and stupid to be trapped in bubbles, which is something that I love doing very, very much. So as it gets close, I would like to sort of like clench my buttock and propel a bubble out of my back, just the right timing to capture this racist fairy uncle inside of it.
Of course you can do that. So that is definitely 2 dice.
Definitely two.
Wow.
Do we think it's I feel like dragon because magic.
I
It's
think
gotta
that's a
be dragon.
dragon. Yeah.
Oh no.
Of course, I fucked myself over here. Oh, we got a 1 and a 5. Okay, we got a 1.
One's not bad at all. So we see I guess you weren't actually going for the key, you were just imprisoning the fairy, weren't you?
I was trying to imprison a fairy.
But was
I
that-
can. I'm also trying to grab the key. I'm
Yeah,
trying to stop
we'll,
them from
we'll give
stopping
it to
me.
you that because I mean it was for the key ultimately.
Yeah.
That's, you're right in front of it. So we see the bubble like form around the fairy whose like rudimentary fairy camouflage flickers out, and then we see him there in his stupid beautiful gown that all fairy men wear, and he says, I can't believe, but of course I can believe. You dragons would do this. You would always do this, your kind.
This museum sucks. Why is it alphabetically organized? Did you do this? Sounds like you.
The fairy starts to get mad, and steam comes out his ears and starts to smog up the bubble. It's like, shut up, I can't see. I can't see. I can't see when you're so rude.
I am going to snatch the key from the shelf and caress it for a moment, trying to take in its brilliance, gauge whether it, fits my collection.
I'm calling my family. My family. Family. He's not sure how to pronounce it in his accent. He starts to
What flavor is your dust today? I'm awfully curious.
Now, I'll have you roll 2d6 to see if this key is suitable for your hoard.
Great.
I'm just going to grab mints, but I'll be right back.
Okay,
Oh, mints! That's another thing that dragons could collect.
Yeah,
true.
Love mints.
I rolled a 6.
As in on the 2 dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're rolling terrible.
No,
today.
not so good.
Not so good. So, I think the answer's obvious, right? It's just a replica of the prop that was used, not the prop itself.
This is plastic.
It is
and
plastic.
I am, in my anger, gonna hurl that key roughly towards racist Uncle Fairy.
Oh.
Pops the bubble.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now I am free to do whatever I will, and what I shall do is keep you from leaving with anything else from here. And at that moment, I feel like is when we see careen around the corner.
With my prize?
Yeah, I think you're riding the rubber duck, if that's cool with you. It's one of those like pull-back toys where.
Oh, so like I can like roll around on it, kind of.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I'm assuming I'm sitting just behind the Mandalorian, is what I'm imagining.
Do you think you're behind or in front? That's up to you.
I'm behind the Mandalorian on the duck.
Great. And I'm picturing you like vertical, not horizontal, like your little dragon back legs astride it, and it's like not a sensible angle.
It's not great, yeah.
Shouldn't
Well, I'm
look up
imagining it
while
either like that or like I just have my front bit on and then I'm like trying to hold my head up and I have my little hands that I'm using at the front to like pull myself back and then let go and go like wee.
Dragon paws just like going, trying to get you going. Cool.
So Shaw comes weeing by.
You see a fairy. Ugh, fairies.
We got fairies. This place is infested with them. It's time for the two-punch wonder. I reference our classic fairy dealing with move.
It's a classic fairy dealing with move.
As much as I think Shaw is still upset with Crick Cruck, Shaw also is more upset with the fairies trying to ruin our fun. So Shaw is going to definitely team up with you, and I think they're gonna pull back the duck and try to use it to launch themselves into the fairies.
That is for sure action.
That is for sure action.
I'm assuming that Crick Cruck is gonna help. What does that look like?
Yeah, of course. The Crick Cruck, yeah, here's how it works. Is it's a classic distraction and pummel move. So my part's the distraction. And there's one thing that fairies love, of course, which is precious changes of heart. They're always waiting for the moment where everyone realizes that they're right. And so I have a well-practiced routine, and I go into it now, shrinking myself down real small.
Oh, why was I trying to steal things? Stealing is wrong and lessens the innate magic of the world created in the eyes of children. Why haven't I lived my life like fairies and tried to just make the world a more magical place? I wish someone could teach me how.
Which of course has him turn elegantly on a heel to face you. What does it look like when you land that blow? I'm gonna have you roll.
Well, I think the tactic that Shaw usually takes is, I mean, this is even better because now I have something to launch me. But usually, it's like a kind of like fast slink in because I'm kind of like a snaky. I'm like a snaky dragon.
The slink. It's
yeah.
right there, you know? Yeah.
I slink in real fast. I get my fists up, and then I go, wah! And then Shaw has claws that are quite long, and also like basically bares their little dragon teeth, tries to bite whoever they're attacking.
It's gonna be dusty.
And their hair
Gonna be dusty.
is going to, their mane of hair is going to make it hard for the fairies to track exactly where they are. So it acts as a kind of distraction.
You've done it. You've done it. Roll 3. We're trying to roll under 4s.
Well, I got one.
Okay.
One
I
is
got
better
a
than
2,
none.
and then a 5, and then a 6.
2, 5, 6. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's what we see. It's definitely enough to like sort of knock the wind out of Uncle Racist over here. But in some ways this is a blessing, and in some ways it is a curse. A tiny fairy key tumbles out of his pocket onto the ground, just in front of him, sparkling. The portal back to the fairy realm, of course, is what's accessed with this.
Whoa.
A fairy key. The pearl of my collection.
Wait, what's happening to racist Uncle Fairy?
He's sort of winded over, but he's humming that horrible fairy song again.
Oh shoot!
And so
Oh,
like,
no.
they're probably coming. I should say, you did once have a fairy key, but after you broke up with your ex, obviously you didn't get to keep that.
Right. Damn. Well, things must have been pretty bad in their relationship.
Well, I mean, you ended on amicable terms, but at the same token, like, like if the families aren't gonna work, like you're gonna be dealing with that forever. So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But now I have my chance to get a fairy key without the in-law baggage. This is incredible. And I'm gonna dive for it off the edge of the shelf that I'm standing on as it's sort of falling through the air. I'm imagining from kind of where the fairy was floating. I'm just gonna dash through all the toys and try to catch it before it's lost in the dust of the floor.
Okay, that is 1 die. Are you gonna make any arguments for more?
I think maybe as you're like I notice the key, Shaw notices it, and can't pass up the opportunity to like put their like one of their back feet down, or their tail, and like just like smack it a little closer towards you.
Your accursed tail. Mm-hmm. All right, if this fucks up, it's because you tailed it too hard.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
See it. This is, I guess, I think given that this is a very sort of just whoosh by agile motion, I'm gonna say tiny. Oh, good. That's good for you. Roll.
That's good for me. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. I got 1 success, 1 and a 3.
Okay, I mean, that is enough to have you trigger the second roll to see what you find.
Okay.
So please, 2 dice.
Here we go.
I'm trying to get 7.
Here we go. Come on. I've rolled 6 on this roll twice already. Oh.
What'd you
It's
roll?
a 3. It's a 3.
Okay. Why is this key not appropriate for your collection?
Oh dang.
You see, there's a reason why I actually couldn't stay in the relationship before. A fairy key, and this is so annoying, but a fairy key only works if it's given to you with true love. And so I was in that relationship for so long trying to make this thing happen, but if it wasn't true love, it wasn't going to work. And as I grasp this key, it's like beautiful sterling brilliance turns to a dull bronze, because of course racist Uncle Larry doesn't love me.
That would have been a surprise.
That would have really been a surprise.
You gotta
And
go
I've
for it
forgotten.
anyways, you know?
You got
Yeah,
it,
you
you
got
know? I've probably forgotten my greed, but now I remember, and I'm like, um,
Zoom didn't like that at all.
No.
oh really?
Yeah,
Thanks for
you
filling
were
it in,
just like-
Amanda.
No problem.
My roommate wishes that's what I was like in real life too.
Cool. So unfortunately, not only is this you scoop up the key, it's not right. This is not
Yeah.
a good key for your collection. And then what happens is finally we see slowly, elegantly descending from the rafters is a whole set of fairies.
Oh
It
God.
sounds nice to see, but it looks like when a spider's coming down towards you and you're like, don't land here, you foul little thing. It's fine you exist, but don't do it near me.
Oh God. A
And-
whole family of them. Is my ex there?
Your ex is a dragon.
Oh,
So
right.
yes, sure.
Yeah.
Your ex actually does have like a spider web looking thing naturally spun from spiders by fairies because of course.
Of course.
And of course your ex is a very like elegant looking like fairy-ish dragon. Fairies are too vain to have raised like a dumpy dragon like you.
Like me.
And you can see your ex just like shake their head a little like, come on, being serious right now. Do you have anything to say?
This is embarrassing. I think this sucks. I don't think I landed very well in that key dive, and now everyone's here. Nice to see you, Sinex. I was just picking this up for your uncle. I say.
She lands with a soft thud and a release of air on the stomach of the sleeping hunter, and she says, "It would be nicer under different circumstances."
Agreed. So, what's the sort of protocol here for dragon thieves in the fairy museum?
1,000 years dungeon.
Oh, always 1,000 years dungeon.
Always, we've been through this. It's always 1,000 years dungeon.
Is there like an exception for ex-lovers, or?
No, we talked about how if you were to take out the garbage on the wrong day, 1,000 years dungeon. It's because it's not that long for fairies.
Where's Shaw
Right.
right now?
Where is Shaw right now? Are you just standing watching this? Like, yikes, this is awkward.
Well, I think Shaw was in the middle of like a fight, so I guess that's all been stopped by just this commotion.
Well, yeah. So the uncle was successfully taken out, but now these other fairies are descending, and I think this is maybe the moment in the conversation, this awkward conversation, that it's like, oh, this is bad. And I want to say, in spite of this being a museum, all of the novelty Star Wars lights start to like light up and cast these big klaxon lights around the corners of the room. All the like red lightsabers only light up. It's a really kitsch way to have a security system.
I think Shaw is going to take the opportunity to wind up the duck
Nice. Nice.
and head down with their hair floating around. they're going to try to sort of... Oh, I think I gotta do it, but I don't want to do it.
What do you gotta do?
What do you gotta do?
I might have to give up another Grogu.
I don't know that you have to.
You don't think I have to? Okay. I'm gonna rev up. I'm gonna tuck my head down. Hat mug forward. And my hair is going to like gleam out into like all of these radiant colors. Just for a moment, stopping everyone as they just look at Shaw's beautiful, glimmering, almost alive hair.
Great.
They flare their nostrils and they get ready to launch themselves, attempting to breathe literal fire.
Uh-oh.
Doing their
Can I get
deep
a
breath
roll
exercises.
That's 2 dice. A roll under.
All right. I'm going to be trying to launch myself towards or just past Crick Cruck.
This is a savior move.
Save your move.
I mean, these are the dice that actually rolled bad. I don't know if I should swap one of them out. It's too late. I've made my choice.
It's happening.
Okay, so a 3 and a 6.
Cool. That's a qualified success. So here's what happens. Leaping past with your beautiful mane, stunningly flaring out behind you, a jet of flame bellows out before you, and it's enough to gain you a little purchase, clear a little space. It's enough to snag Crick Cruck and the fire, of course. We've all seen jet engines. They go, pfft, fire come out back. That's how the engineer travel space plane work. Aerospace stuff works. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
And so your car takes off like a rocket.
Right.
However, that was so majestic. And, I mean, it's not just fairies here. There's that X, too. And you see eyes being cast on you from the X. And you hear calling out this voice. Wait. Don't go. And now the fairies are looking a little scorched, but this elegant dragon is sailing along behind you as your rubber duck hobbles towards the exit. What do you two do?
I've actually been doing really great since we broke up.
No, don't talk to her. Don't talk
I've
to
made
her.
a really. We've gotten really close. This is Shaw. And I just like.
I'm
I
a
wrap my
dragon of
arm around
mystery, says Shaw. Don't tell people my name.
And very sexy and emotionally astute.
Can I get a roll for awareness, which is tiny? You want to roll over your number. I'm going to say that Shaw is helping by trying for you not to do this. So.
I've rolled a 5. That's a success. Oh, and a helping, sorry. And a 3. Also a success.
Great. Unqualified success. So with that, there's like a pout that forms on this dragon's face as you two rocket off towards the door. And like their wing flaps just like slow down and then stop. And then just like the fairies that they were raised by, Cyprex, is that what you said?
Synex, I think?
Yeah, Synex.
Crosses the wings, which is unseemly for a dragon. You shouldn't be able to do that. And just gets smaller and smaller in your vision as you two, I want to say, just burst out the door into the evening air. Yeah.
As we do, is there a key in the door to this magical place?
Yes, it is a Grogu-shaped key.
Is it possible for me, as we are shooting past, to just reach up, snag it, as we fly through?
Since it was already a successful roll, I'm only going to have you roll for whether or not it's suitable.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
one of you want? Actually, since it's
We'll
something
roll
that
one
could
die
be in
each.
either of your collections, yeah, could you both?
Do you
roll
want us
one?
to
It's
roll?
actually also signed by John Favreau.
Wow. Do you want us to roll one die
Makes
each?
it more
One
One die
valuable
each?
for
and we'll add them
probability.
together.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Amanda. Let's not fuck this up. Come on.
But you might.
Oh god.
I got a 5.
I got a 2. That's just enough.
That's just enough.
Yeah! Amanda.
We got it.
Why don't you tell me what it looks like as you make your final maneuver during your big escape?
This is a fairy key. And so as we draw it from the door, it's actually much longer than you'd expect. It has these sort of like beautiful twirling metalwork that forms the sort of teeth of the key. And
I'm
as you pull it out,
imagining as
Yeah.
you're like on my like shoulders as I'm like faced backwards with the fire coming out of my face. And I like kind of just like sit up higher so you can like grab it as you go by, and just this like light that's coming out from the key.
like there's like light emanating from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like it's signed by Brett Favreau, is that right?
John
Did I do that right?
Favreau.
John Favreau. Thank you. But it's also, as you pull it out, there's actually signatures all along the blade of the key, and it's signed by Mark Hamill, and it's signed by other people like George Lucas
Brett
and
Favreau.
Brett Favreau, and then I think at the very end, wait, is that signed by Grogu? What? How?
That was
It's
impossible.
just a little handprint, like
And we finish pulling this this 15 and a half inch key from the door.
Oh my God.
And it glimmers as we disappear into the
Rocket.
night.
Into the night.
Rocket.
yeah, that's it. That'll play you out. I've got nothing better that I could add.
Roll
So,
credits.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Yeah, Grogu played by themselves.
This entire show was also executive produced by John Favreau.
For sure. Yeah.
And Brett.
And Brett
Yeah, and
Favreau.
Brett. We can't
You
forget
can't
Brett.
forget.
Don't forget Brett.
Everybody forgets Brett. Some say
honestly.
Brett's not even real, but they also don't believe in
So
fairies,
messed up.
what's
What
up?
was the thing that you said about the spaceship that it had with Han Solo?
The classic phrase from Star Wars, the most important Star Wars quote.
I'm
We're going
so-
on Solo.
It's not what it was, but I love that.
Nope.
I can't.
Improved, I've iterated.
It's so good. Man, if I had a title for this, I'm going Han Solo would be it. If this was an episode of something.
There you go. In a sense, it was. So thank you
Definitely.
to everyone
That's
for
true.
coming to another episode of our Monday stream team. Dream team. There's a D in there. Watch out.
Wow,
Surprise.
this was really fun. Also, did I see in the rules that this is gonna be like a big book?
So I'm told by the rules.
That's
I
the
don't know how big,
news
but
in the
yeah.
rules.
Should I find out? Should I do a little promo for our friends?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to know about the big book that we're gonna get for this. This is really fun. I would play this again in a heartbeat. Is there more to the character creation in the big book?
I don't know that the big
I love
book
how
is out yet.
I don't know. I don't think it is out yet. Well, I don't know actually, because I don't know how old the rules are. But I just said there was going to be a big book.
There, yeah.
Evil
I
Webline
guess-
asks, "Is this double dipping?" No, you can totally be in two chats. I love it.
Whoa. We got an, oh my gosh. The double chat.
The double chat.
I want to say that I'm very honored that Lucas and Emily, as Lucas Zellers and Emily Entner, who made this game, came and joined us tonight. Thanks, guys. If you're still here or catching the VOD later, that was really
Yeah.
sweet.
That
I
was
have the
amazing.
answer, by the way. It will be a Kickstarter late 2024. So
Late.
we'll see
Ooh.
what it turns into. Yeah.
2024. Well then.
Maybe
We'll
we'll have
have
to play
to
it again,
wait.
Amanda.
Yeah, I definitely would play this again. I feel like I would love to see. I know I say that a lot, but I would love to just even see like what this evolves into in a larger book and like what that ongoing structure is like, and
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
especially because it just feels like Tiny Dragon heist game, and I'm like, that is bizarrely exactly what I want. Apparently, I didn't know that I needed that, but
What more can we ask for?
I
pretty
mean,
sick.
just the idea that it's so, you know what it reminds me of? House hippos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It does
Those
feel
of
like
you
that.
not aware of
But cooler.
Canadian lore,
Oh, that's true.
hippos sleep about 18 hours a day.
Yeah, the house hippos.
It was a Canadian PSA, which was intended to teach children about how some things may look real, but they're not, which feels like a more important lesson than ever today. But that's another story.
But also, there's many people that just love the house hippos, and we never really talk as much about the fact that that is also the actual theme of the house hippos. But it is. It is. We need more house hippo PSAs today for sure.
Bring back the house hippo.
Bring back these PSAs. Also,
Join our
what's up?
Kickstarter later this year for a new house
House
hippo
hippo
campaign.
PSA. Yeah, we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna make our own PSAs about misinformation. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Lucas and Emily, when the Kickstarter starts, let us know.
Let
if
us
you remember.
know. We will promote it.
Tell the world.
So good.
But then Amanda will have 100,000 followers on YouTube.
Right.
So
So your Kickstarter will just be done in a second.
Oh my
Don't worry
gosh. I hope so. That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
Speaking of, what do you got to plug, Amanda?
Me,
people know about your
well, yeah. What do I got to plug? Also, hi Danny. Yes, we were playing. This game is fantastic. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. It's really, really good. Me, I have a video that I maybe went up at this point in time. Let's find out together, shall we? My favorite way.
Ooh, what a
also
mystery.
check if there's any rubber ducks that are shaped like Grogu.
Yeah, it definitely went up. Yes, there are rubber ducks that are shaped like Grogu. If you guys are part of the Discord, you too can see those rubber ducks, or you could just Google it. But if you go to the Discord, you can also check out the house hippos. I did, however,
wow.
just share
Also
the
in
top
chat.
clip on YouTube, so I'm hoping that's actually what we wanted to show you and not something else. But, so no guarantees, but I'll check it after. And if it's not, I will change it. Yes, I did just put up my Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver trailer reaction. Which, if you have not seen that, Rebel Moon, it was an experience that I partook in. And now they're doing a Part 2. And, yeah, I have thoughts. So if you want to check that out, please do. Also, yeah, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to have a video up probably talking about The Crow and just talking about some of the thoughts that people had after I watched the trailer, which I actually enjoyed. And that's pretty much what I got going on right now. There's a poll on my YouTube. Please check that out. In my community tab, I am asking people for help. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers.
Woo.
Over on YouTube, and when we get to 10K, I'm going to be taking my entire community on a date in a date vlog. So I need help picking where we should go on our date. So let me know where you want to go.
The bottom of the ocean.
You want to go to the ocean?
Bottom of the ocean.
Oh, bottom of the ocean. I think that might be more like 100,000 sub date.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
seems like a lot.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, isn't the bottom of the ocean just where you touch the ground?
Whoa, are we all on the bottom of the ocean?
Kind of what I'm saying, yeah.
Wow, that's a good
Holy
point.
moly. So basically, I could just take you to a shallow bit of water, and as long as it's in the ocean, I could say, there it is. There's the
That's
bottom.
true.
Great.
That's a good point. The minute you walk out of the beach into the ocean, you're on the bottom of the ocean.
That makes it a little bit easier. But
Okay.
but yeah, so
We
check
still
that
don't
out.
live near an ocean.
I think that's basically what I got to plug right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll be posting that other video tomorrow. I still have my Invincible review to come out, and X-Men's coming out soon, so I'm going to be talking about that in a couple days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing all the stuff with us, Amanda.
Yeah. What do you guys have to plug?
I've got nothing to plug except for this is my cool friend Kurt over here, down here.
Hi, it's me. I have one thing to plug. If you like weird little games that you can play in one night and have a good time with your friends, I make them too. And if you'd like to play one that's made by me, you can check out the description where Amanda has linked a smolderinglighthouse.itch.io, which is where my games go. A lot of them are free. We had a great time playing some of them this past weekend. And
It was
so
really fun.
I feel confident enough to say, hey, you should check them out.
You
I
should
make good
check them out.
games, and I'm releasing one probably in like a month or month and a half
Oh
about
shit,
sock puppets
that's gonna be amazing.
that you play
Ugh.
with puppets.
So excited.
Should
Me
we
too.
play it
Should we play
on
it?
stream sometime?
I mean, we certainly can.
I would love to.
I would also love to, especially
It'll
considering.
start with arts and crafts, which is
Oh,
fun.
craft stream.
Yay!
It
That'll
starts
be
as
really
craft
fun.
stream, and it ends as stream.
Wow.
Well, this sure was a stream,
Sure.
and we've come to the end of it.
We have. Thank you so much, everyone that joined us tonight. Thank you to the creators of this amazing game.
Thank you so much for being here, both of you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Amazing.
being here. Thank you for playing with me. Thank you, Kurt, for running this beautiful game and making this amazing overlay. Once again, you nailed it. Did you draw these dragons?
Yeah. Do you have a
He's
favorite?
so talented.
I guess you can't see the my favorite under
Oh
the
yeah, here,
sub-goal,
let me
but,
open it. Let me move the get rid of
That's
the
my
symbol.
that's my personal favorite dragon.
Aww, I covered it up. With
I
the
like
sub-goal.
Green button dragon, who's just underneath my name.
Yeah, it's a choice dragon.
A little plump one.
Little plump
Yeah.
guy.
You could tell it like tickling his belly would be cute.
I feel like I really like the tea dragon. That's my favorite one. Who's like sniffing the tea. So you can like take people's tea bags. These guys got paperclip. This is a paperclip.
Yeah, that's the idea, but I didn't
That's
look
so
up what a
cute.
paperclip looks like, so
That's pretty
I
much.
kind of
That is what a
wasn't sure.
paperclip.
That's roughly it.
Looks like. Yeah, pretty accurate, I would say. Yeah, these are so cute. I can't believe you drew all these, Kurt. What the heck?
I
Stop
make
being
the
so talented.
overlays. Stop.
Stop it.
Leave something for the rest of us. No, don't
People are,
please keep making
people are
cool
always
stuff.
like, Amanda, do you draw? I'm like, you don't want to see that. Although there
Drawing
is a sketch.
stream.
I did do a drawing for a couple shows that I watched, where each episode I drew a new panel to give you a summary of what I felt happened in the show.
Oh.
I did that on my OF, so that does exist if people did want
Cool.
to see it. But not
Amanda,
necessarily.
what if for 10K subs, what is it? 10K, what is that? 10K views? 10K
10K
videos?
subs?
Subs.
10K subs. What about if for
10K
10K
videos.
I don't know what I'm doing. What about for 10K subs, we do a strong team stream and we all draw together?
Oh my gosh. Is there an RPG game that requires us to draw?
I bet there
Yeah.
is.
I
Oh,
bet.
what about the sword one?
There are plenty, actually. The sword one
Oh
is
my gosh.
probably one of the most successful.
We should definitely do that. I'm down. I'm down
Sweet.
for a special drawing stream, and you guys can tell me what you think of my art, and I think I know what the answer will be.
All
We'll
arts
love it
are
because we're supportive friends.
That's right. You'll love it because
Yes.
you're supportive friends. All right, friends. Speaking of that, all of you have been great. All of you have been very supportive. Thank you, everyone that joined us tonight. Thank you to Rapala for gifting a sub. Thank you to the new followers and subs and just wonderful humans out there in the world. Keep being wonderful. Have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Stay
Ciao,
nerdy.
folks.
Bye.